Yo, I just was about to do my intro, and then I saw the hair. I saw the fucking Jesus Christ. Look, hold on. Fucking, that's what happens when you have hair like me. You know, you fucking wear a hat all day at work, and your hair. Yo, man looks like a pineapple. Then you get me? Fucking hell. Anyway, I've been back from work for. Well, I finished early today. On Fridays we have an early finish, so I got back home early. I'm not going to start talking too much about one's life pattern just in case someone fucking robs me one day, you get me? And this is England, we can't defend ourselves out here without doing life in prison. So I don't really want that. So, it's bright as shit in here now, guys. Basically, we've had the kitchen replaced. It's not fucking perfect, but it's not my house, this is a rented house. There's two things that piss me off. I thought there was going to do more things that piss me off. But the floor here, like where they've done the lino, it's like fucking raised here near the door because they've cut it too long. And to be honest, I don't want people up in my house anymore. It's been 4 weeks. It took them 4 weeks to do this kitchen, and I hate to complain. But like, I'm just gonna peel it back myself and take like a couple mil off here at the front, and it will allow it to fall flat. So that's fine. And then one other thing, which is, there's a couple things another thing that pissed me off is they didn't fucking do this crack here, you get me? That pisses me off. I know these are small things, guys, you get me? But like, the landlord paid good money for this, and she should have a better job. That shit up there, you see that little gap? There's like a fucking gap here they didn't do. They could have cut like an L-piece fucking tile. Instead they fucked it. Let me just flip that. Yeah, they could have cut an L-piece tile here and they fucking didn't. That's lazy, you get me? And then if you couldn't be asked to cut the L thing, just put some fucking sealant, you know, do something, bruv. But anyway, I'll fix that because, you know what I mean? And to be fair, there was a couple other things which was pissing me off around the edges and that, but they fixed it. Another thing that's pissing me off. This little fucking hole and that hole and them holes up there which I'm gonna have to go and refill, and then this little fucking gap down the side of the thing there, and then one last thing, guys. I appreciate everything I've done, but this last thing is they could have just peeled this off, bought another piece of thing and made it fit right. But that's just me being a professional and well, not professional at anything, to be honest, but I have a professional mindset, I like to believe. If I was getting paid to do someone's fucking kitchen, that would match up. You know what I mean? But that's just me. There was a shit ton more things, guys, but to be fair, they've come back today. And they've done a lot of touch-ups, so it looks way better than it did yesterday. But there's those three things. And they're fucked off about saying nothing, so I don't even know if they'll come back. So man can't even relax yet until it hits evening. They'll lock the doors. And they painted this room white, so that looks good. Anyway, guys, I've got to go get my son from school now. Basically, I'm in a really good mood because it's time to get rich now. I made this video before, funnily enough, but it is time to get rich. Like, now is the time. The stars have aligned. Everything is lined up. You get me? It's mad. I've been waiting for this day for like weeks, months. I've had this day before and I've fucking squandered it. Not this time. I'm not doing it again. And basically what's happened is I was getting paid next Friday and we was ready to starve to death because eBay money's been shit. I've been hit with a bunch of returns and my customers come first before my family, unfortunately. I have to do that to keep the eBay account alive. So what's happened is, like, way back in October, I like insulated the landlord's loft and I only charged her how much it cost me to buy the materials, which was really cheap, like 120 quid, and I literally lost like a whole fucking weekend. I was all mash up, my Hoover broke, I had to do tip runs and that. Anyway, like, I just did it and I was like, it's fine, I'll just do it because it's cold as shit in this bitch with an energy rating of E. Anyway, cut to like 3, 4, however many months it's been. Like, they wanted to reimburse us, like, for the labour. It's been like 4 months, I didn't even want anything, but okay, now's perfect timing. Almost like someone's looking out for us, because every single time we should starve, we get bailed out from some weird anomaly. Like, the government once in a while will give us like a fucking £300 cost of living payment out of fucking nowhere, just when we're about to die. It's happened at least 10 times. Almost like when it happened today, I got the call at work from my partner. I was like, are you fucking mad? Like, I could have burst out in tears, you know, because I was like, this is not a coincidence anymore. The universe is rewarding our fucking persistent efforts. That is exactly what is happening. We have consistently been banging our head on this brick wall and I've been fucking up. But because I keep going, we keep receiving like handouts from the universe. This is a handout. We've got like a £250 handout. And that £250 is just enough money to get me through till next week, payday. And from that point on, everything's good, which that means I can keep all of my eBay money in the eBay from this point on, so long as I don't fuck up. That's basically what that means. And I know that's insignificant, but guys, it's not. It's significant. It means my plan's been brought forwards a week, which means this weekend, I can fucking source in comfort. You get me? Knowing my family is okay for 7 days. Until my slavery begins to pay off. And I know these videos are going to be real personal, guys. Like, I try and make them not too personal, but I want to document this thing because one day when I'm rich and this is my house, which I'm renting to someone and I'm providing. Imagine like I've just had this kitchen done for someone and I'm providing affordable living. Now, I don't even want to do that. That's not on my agenda, but just imagine if that just became on my agenda one day because I was just that rich. That would be mad. And I'll look back at this video and say, this is why I'm rich. Because when I was broke and the ceiling fell down, I kept going. And I've got some mad stories to tell of how I've kept going. Broke bare laws, you get me? But like, we can't disclose that shit right now because I might fail and then it's all bad. Right, I'm gonna go get my son from school. So I appreciate, I'm looking up there, like, the clock's there. The clock's not been on this wall for weeks, but I'm used to the clock being there. Right, I'm going to get my son from school. I appreciate everyone. I'll be back when, like, I've got a couple parcels to do in it, so I'll be back and I'll do that. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, guys, I'm back off the school run. I had to pop out with the youth then. And I quickly went and got some Easter eggs. Because it's Easter soon. I know that's not tradition. You're not supposed to take kids with you to buy the eggs, but my kids are different. You get me? My kids are future freedom fighters. They don't give a shit about Easter eggs, especially my oldest son. So, basically, guys, I'm gonna check if I've got a couple orders. I haven't actually. I know I've got something going out today, but I don't actually know what or how many. So I'm gonna log in now, but basically, it's on now, guys. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I had intentions of basically sitting down, smoking weed, and fucking getting on Unreal Engine 5 tonight, and basically just playing fucking games. I say playing games, making games. I don't play games. Playing games bores me, but I like to make shit, and at least when I'm making a game, it's like I get to play games. It's not playing games, it's hard as shit, you get me, but it's fun. At least I get something from it. I could actually get good at making games and release like some little fucking IO game and at least get paid, you get me? So that's what I was intending doing. But now plans have changed. I'll still be doing my thing, but I'm going to be doing my thing on eBay tonight. Because long story short, guys, this week and next week was supposed to just be plodding along, not really listing much, listing like one item a day. Survive, don't starve. Because I didn't intend on making much money this week because I had a chance to get to the car boot sale. All my money's been spent on gas and electric. It's fucking had no kitchen, so we've not really had much food. Like everything's been a mess for like the last month basically. Like, been having a kitchen done for a month. We spent 3 of those weeks with no kitchen, so we've been eating microwave meals. And before the microwave meals, we had no way to heat food. I had to take money out of the rent to get like KFC and that, so I could feed my children. You get me? Which is mad, but like I had no choice. You get me? Anyway, you going on your run, Paris? And my son just came in and I ignored him for a sec because I was doing a video, but he's come to tell me he's going to do his laps because I told you my kids are freedom fighters. Basically, my son plays football, and I raised him to be the best in it, and I said to him, you're kind of at a point you need to make a decision, kid. You need to either improve your game to make it worth your while, or you're going to end up like just one of the kids who ain't that good. You know what I mean? And my son don't want that. My son wants to be the best. So it's basically, I said to him, we need to take steps to improve all round, you get me? I said to him, watch a few interviews of the best football players and the best people on planet Earth, and he watched some videos, he actually did. And we had a conversation, and I spoke to him about, it's a mindset thing. What do they all have in common? Do they look the same? Do they run the same? Do they play the same? He answered no, and I was like, what is the one thing they all have in common? Eventually we came down to the conclusion that it's a mindset thing, it's how they all talk and think. So I explained, you need to change how you think. You get me? You need to start acting like these people. And we came to the conclusion that exercising every day is one of the things he can do now at 10 years old to improve his game. So I set him a challenge to run for 30 days, and at the end of those 30 days you will have spent so much time running, you don't want to miss any more time running because you've developed the habit. And he tells me it's 16 runs he's done now, but it's been like 16 runs probably over like 20 days, so he's nearly there. He's had a couple of days off, but those have only been days where he's had a football match and I've been like, it's okay to have a rest day, son, when you've done work on that day. So I tell him basically, work hard, play hard. The harder you work, the harder you play. If you go out and do your run and go to football and come home and have a good day at school, you don't have to ask me to play Xbox. You get me? So he basically does his shit, goes out, does his run, comes in and goes on the Xbox and has the time of his life, you get me? And that's basically the key to life, I've told him. He knows that now. He knew that before, but he's getting old. Obviously he's getting older, we're all getting older, but as he's getting older, I'm giving him like little nuggets of information, so by the time he is 18, he's a little mini me 2.0, you get me? And that's what I want. Like, your kids are supposed to be an improvement of you, and I feel like my kids are definitely going to be that. You're showing early signs of it anyway. Even if you never became a footballer, you might lose interest or whatever. With that mindset, you can become anything, don't matter. Just pick and do it, you get me? So, that little ramble aside, I don't know what I was talking about before that, or if I was talking about anything. I'm on my eBay account now, so we can have a look. The date today is the 22nd. I've got 3 items on my hard goods going out. I don't think there's anything on my clothing actually. I'm literally selling like maybe 5 to 10 items a month on my clothing store. Well, at least for the last 2-3 months anyway. I've been below average seller. What is it? I said this the other week. Below standard. I'm below standard on both accounts. I'm nearly out of below standard on my hard goods account. The only thing that's holding me back now, I think, is because I think my shipping late delivery rate or whatever has to be below 3%. And it's on like 6% right now. Now, I'm knocking that down month after month. Hopefully this month I'll get it, because now I can pick up in sales because I'm going to have more money because the stars have aligned, you get me? So we can fix that. The clothing account might take a while because they've given me like a listing limit. So basically not been listing on there, I am when I have clothing items and it allows me to list, but I'm not really buying clothes at the minute, so there's not a lot to list. And then half the time I get halfway through the month and then I hit my limit, so the clothing account might be a long thing before we get out of that below standard one, because it's a numbers game, innit? I have to sell more to push my percentages down. So that being said, my hard goods are sold free, and we're going to go pick them now, which will be good, because I just dropped my mouse and shit. I've been meaning to do a picking and packing video, and I ain't had a chance because of a lot of reasons, guys. I ain't really sold much. It's been hard to be motivated because I'm dead fucking broke, like, in absolute survival mode. Like, you wouldn't believe the things I've had to do this week, guys. I'll probably disclose. I'm going to start, now things are leveling out, if I can continue this, I'll start disclosing some of the struggles as I get more money in my bank account, because I can fight some of the repercussions of some of the things, some of the risks I've had to take. And I mean, I only ever take like risks I have to take, but they are risks. I have took some risks building this shit and just keeping my ass alive and my kids alive. You get me? So we sold this Kenwood fucking food processor. Oh, I'll put it. Actually, we'll put it down here. We got this food processor. This is like yesterday's dinner. You know what I mean? Next to a return. So, yeah, that Kenwood thing. Yeah, there it is. We sold it for $16.64. Kenwood food processor. Next, I sold this vintage 2003 Hulk ting for £25. I got this. Have I got the price there? No, but I got it off this clearance guy, 3 for £1. And this Kenwood ting, I literally paid like £2 for from, I think it was £2, from this little crappy little charity shop near me. You get me? It's not a very good one, but they have some junk like this in there once in a while. This fucking, let me do a 180 so I can get the light. You know what I mean? You guys can see what's going on down here. It's down here basically, bottom shelf thing, second to bottom shelf. It's just a 2003 Hulk thing. Now, people just walk past this shit because it's just a fucking Marvel bed sheet. Now, I've gotten really good at sifting through what other people think's crap. Half an hour, 40 minutes. Because shit just comes out the rubble. People move shit and then this is lying underneath. Now, I would have still bought this, to be fair. But then I saw the 2003 on here, which is on the back, and it's an official one, like a movie release one, official movie release Hulk thing. And it was like 3 for £1 off that guy. And like, I've just found my position in the reselling game. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, whatever you spend a lot of time doing, you get good at. And I'm not really a specialist in any one thing. Like, I couldn't point out fucking vintage 1987 Levi's or anything like that really, but I know certain like sort of tick boxes things have to hit. Like, for example, I see the bed sheet, it's got the Hulk on it, it's official, it's 2003, and on top of that it's 3 for £1 and it's new in packaging. All of them things, kids bed sheet, single it's a single bed sheet with the pillowcase, all that aligns to tell me there's something in that. That's at least £15. I buy bedding for my kids, and if I was looking to buy a Marvel thing, to be honest, I might have priced that too cheap. Thinking about it now, doing the numbers in my head, but I would have had some reason for that. Might have been an offer, but whatever price my things sell at, they sell at that because I've decided to sell it at that. And that's how I do it. Same with the Kenwood food processor I just sold. Kenwood, I've learnt recently, that's a half decent brand name, especially with vintage items, stereos, vintage hi-fi system stereos, Kenwood, all metal with the clickety-click buttons. Bare monies, you get me, and the newer it gets, also money, but you know what I mean? Kenwood is, I thought, was a little shitty Chinese knockoff of the 90s, early 2000s. Turns out, they're actually a really old company, and they make good shit. It's just like, things have got foggy in modern day times because there's so much like crappy companies out there which flood the waters. Back in the day though, these companies all made better stuff, you know what I mean? Things was bigger, better, more materials in it. Now everything's small and plastic. That's all it is. Anyway, one last thing is some West Brom shorts which I only sold for like £7 fucking 30 or something. Let me see what box they're actually in. 888 it says, which is incorrect because these clothing boxes I've got down here, they're all only single A, so it's like A1, A2, A2.2. Yeah, let me move this ironing board. Oh, it's this bottom box down here, guys. 888. I'll get it now because Chance is running around the place with no clothes on. Yeah. Say hello. Get your face out the camera. For the children. Right, so I got the West Brom shorts anyway, guys. I'll just lie them out now, and I'll quickly turn the camera on. Chance, you gotta stop running around in here because I don't want to catch you on camera with your ass out. Alright guys, so This is all they are, nothing special. You can dance in a minute when I've wrapped these parcels. I'll put some music on for you and you can dance, okay? But you can't be going too ham with the dancing because yesterday you fell over twice and nearly broke yourself. Do you remember? Do you remember falling over last night? Chance? Do you remember falling over last night? Doing some high kick and you fell straight on your head. Anyway, this kid, like, he'll basically run around and dance. Get back! He'll basically run around and dance and he goes all red cheek. Look how white he is. Why are you so white for, Chance?
I can't.
Cause what?
I got first one.
You ain't got no sun? Yeah, that's why he's so white, cause he ain't got no sun. You know what I mean? So, alright, get out now, let me finish my video. Go on, I'll be out in a minute, 5 minutes. So, I'm just gonna wrap these parcels now, guys. Totally lost train of thought with these bloody hood rats running around. So, yeah, I'm gonna wrap these 3 things. I might do like one extra, just to, because people be asking me on the 3rd day of shipping, on the 3rd day of Christmas. People be asking me where's my parcel, so I'm gonna start shipping things out earlier. I'm actually gonna aim for same day shipping now. Now the stars have aligned, you get me? Chance. Right, I'm done now anyway, guys.